Hi guys, Squirrel here and welcome to a flight from Copenhagen up in Denmark down to Palma de Mallorca right here. This flight is approximately 2.5 to 2 3/4 hours. We're flying a Boeing 737-800. We're actually using the PMDG 737-800 NGX winglet for this particular flight, and we're flying prepared or P3D version 2.5. Now, we're going to be flying TUIFly. TUIFly actually do operate this flight from Copenhagen down to Palma. And if we have a look at Copenhagen, this is Kastrup Airport. Kastrup actually has 3 runways. This is what it looks like on Google Maps. You can see it's on this kind of peninsula bit. If we actually look at an overhead view on the nav charts, you'll see that there's 3 runways. This one that cuts across here, runway 1, 2 and 30. We're actually going to be taking off out of this one, 22 right. So we shall start here and take off in a southwesterly direction. Now, if we go back to Google Maps, you can see why we're doing that. It's because if we take off on a southwesterly flight, we'll be heading roughly in the right direction so that we can go down over Germany, Switzerland, and then begin our descent after Switzerland, coming down towards Palma. Now, Palma de Mallorca Airport is this one. Palma actually has 2 runways, and they're both situated right on the coast here next to Palma. Palma is the capital of Mallorca, and we're going to be landing here. If I flick back to the nav charts and I show you that one there, there's 2 runways at Palma, and we're going to be landing on this one, runway 24 right. This is the longest runway. It's 3.2 kilometers long, slightly longer than this one, which is 3 kilometers. And we're going to be landing here and taxiing into one of the terminals down here. Well, here we are in Copenhagen. It's not the ideal weather. It's pretty miserable, actually. It's raining, as you can see, and there's some lightning in the distance. I've not checked the weather forecast, but I suspect it's going to be like this for a while. But never mind, we shall crack on. We shall soon be above these clouds and hopefully into sunnier climate. Let's kick off with some fuel. We've calculated the fuel to be, let me just see, release fuel 10,766. So let's put that in, 10,766. It's our total fuel level, which is about half full for us. Aha, right. Payload is cargo capacity total 17247. 17247 is what we're loaded with. Zero fuel weight 58.3, 58.3 on the zero fuel weight. There we go. 131 passengers. That's not actually correct. It's 141 passengers, but the zero fuel weight is set correctly, which is what really matters. If we just go back to our fuel now, yeah, there you go. So 10,000 kilograms of 10 tons of fuel, 58.30 fuel weight, gives us the correct center of gravity, so that's fine. So while we're doing this, let's start setting up with the passengers, because the passengers take a little while to get on, as does the baggage. So if we go around this side here and ask GSX to request boarding, we will of course have to open some doors down here. Some vehicles are going to start turning up. There we go. Should start turning up and have to open these doors. Remember to operate the jetway, we've already done that. So the passengers are now arriving through here, and the cargo is now arriving in here. All the baggage and stuff. Right, let's go to menu, FS Actions, doors, and then open the cargo doors like that. So they open, and they'll start filling up. In fact, we'll sit here so that you can watch that while we set up the FMC. Okay, first things first, FMC, we need to pause in it, tell it where we are. We are at Echo Kilo Charlie Hotel. Reference airport. Waiting for your action, open left forward entry door. Okay. Oh yes, of course. Hang on. We have to let the passengers on. Left door. That's the front door here. I left the door shut, so the passengers are knocking on the door going, "Let us in, squirrel! What's going on, dude?" Open left entry forward. I did that. Oh, I see what's going on. Basically, the door was open, and it didn't realise it, so I had to close it and open it again, because it's stupid. Passengers are now boarding. There we go. That's fine. That's the important bit. Let's go back to FMC. So we've done the pos in it now. We are actually at gate Bravo 10. Gate Bravo 10. Punch that in. It knows where that is. That's always good. Now then, the route is Echo Kilo Charlie Hotel. Now the route I've already prepared and exported. Echo Kilo Charlie Hotel to LEPA, Lima Echo Papa Alpha. That. Exit that. I'll load the route in. And we are taking off out of runway 22 right. Runway 22 right. Our flight number for today. TUI 6 Bravo 453. There we go. Let's activate that. Let's exec it. Okay, the route today, sorry, departures, arrivals rather. We are departing from, let's see the flight plan, runway 22 right, and we are taking off out of, next page, there we go, NEXE1C, that is our SID. Exact that. And let's go to our legs page, see what that looks like. Bad. Arriving into runway, did I say 24 right? I think that's the runway we're going for. Yeah, 24 right. So ILS 24 right, which is here. We are coming in on, let's just get this right. We're coming on transition. I think it's CDP transition, if I remember. Let me just choose that a second. And then LU1D. LU1D CP, which is this thing here, this star. That's our arrival. Let's exec that. Back to the legs page. Double check nothing's broken here. Looks pretty good. Okay. Now to calculate our performance characteristics. So, first of all, our zero fuel weight, which we already calculated, 58.3. Cost index. TUI's cost index, I actually don't know. I'm going to guess at 20. I don't know what the cost index is. Boarding completed. Fantastic. We are flying at flight level 350. I think I've put the planned fuel in wrong here. .7. I think that's about right, yeah. So, N1 limit. We're going to climb derated slightly. Outside air temperature at the moment is actually 18 degrees. Let's tell it it's 40 degrees outside. That's it, 88. Preserve the life of the engine a little bit. 88% power. Takeoff flaps are going to be 5 degrees. Centre of gravity should be calculated for us. Now then, we need to jump back into the cockpit now. So we've got the panel here. V1, V-rotate, V2. So V2 speed is 148, so let's punch that in now. Altitude is going to be 35,000. All the passengers are busy putting their stuff in their overhead lockers. We'll do the overhead in a second. 35,000. Heading's going to be... let's go the other way. Runway 22, so roughly 220. I can't remember exactly what the runway heading is. It's about 22. Something around that mark. Let's do some of the overhead now. So altitude is going to be 35,000 for the cabin pressure. We're currently running on APU power. We need to get the passengers to put their seatbelts on now. We're going to put the anti-collision light on now. Should have been on in the first place. Don't need the logo light because it's not really dark enough. Leave that on steady. Okay, we are going to need to push back shortly. And did I remember to close those doors? No, the doors are still open. Let me do something about that. Boarding is also completed, so we can actually close that door and get the jetty away. That should detach now and move away. That's pretty cool. CPH, Copenhagen Airport. Cool, that's that done. So all the passengers are on board. We shall begin our journey over to the runway in a second. Okay, we don't need to worry about any lights here. I think we're more or less done. We're almost ready to request a pushback. Let's see, we need the flight directors need turning on. On the throttle here. Let's pan down. Let's log into this FMC. We'll put that on the legs page. So leave that side on the legs page, and we'll put this one on our progress. That. Okay. I think we're done with the setup. Let's ask for a pushback. Let's get rid of the wheel chocks now, which is a PMDG thing, of course. So ground connections, remove wheel chocks. Parking brake is not set, which it is now. Did you see that lightning then? Not good. Okay. Depart west, depart, request taxi, depart south.
Route 0022, request taxi for departure to the top with Quebec. 0022, taxi to and hold short of runway 22, right via taxiway flight 0 Alpha Alpha 4. Contact tower.
Mike 0 Alpha Alpha 4. Okay.
Taxi hold short runway 22, right via taxiway flight 0 Alpha Alpha 4, 0022.
Okay. So tune into tower 118.1. We'll do now. Now we'll get GSX to push us back. Prepare for pushback and departure. I think we'll just go for a straight pushback. Departure clearance requested. So GSX is going to now bring in the various bits of machinery. There it comes. Push us back. Not sure what this view is going to look like, but yeah, it's not very good. So that's just going to push us straight back. He'll tell us what to do in a second, and he'll tell us when it's safe to. There's another aircraft there. Beechcraft.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Wouldn't want to be there, Beechcraft.
Departure check completed. Flight has been inserted. Release parking brake. Commencing push. All engines clear.
Okay.
Start at will.
Start engines at will. So while he's doing that, we'll go to the overhead. We'll turn off the packs to get the APU pressure up, and we shall begin with the right engine. Turn all the fuel pumps on now. Collision light is on. When taxi lights are now on. So down here we're just waiting for enough. There you go, 27, that's fine. Throw in the fuel. Wow, what is that guy doing in his Acme twin engine jet? Okay, you hit the click. That is engine 2 started. Let's go for engine 1. So we should be able to see this a bit better. There it is, starting to spool up. It's not quite at enough RPM yet. There we go, I'll do. Chuck some fuel in. Oh, we didn't look at the takeoff flap setting. Flaps at 5 degrees, a trim 5.57, okay. It's kind of hard to read what that says.
Set parking brakes.
Parking brake on. That's about right. Okay, that is the engine on, so let's now bring in the hydraulic pressure, the probes, then the switch to main engine power, close off the bleed, open the air conditioning, and finally switch off the ECU. Cool stuff. We're now on main engine power.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass main removed.
So he'll give us a little wave in a minute. There he is.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
And it says something like have a safe journey or something. Okay, dude, you can go now. Stop hanging around. Have a good trip. Okay, bye. There's no need to stand around like that so long. Alright. We'll do some of the rest of the setup in a minute. Okay, get in your car and drive away, pal. That's what you need to do. Look at the rain here. Whoa. That's a pretty cool turn. Right. Did he just do a 180? I think he did. That was pretty impressive. Right, let's start moving ourselves over here. So I think we had to go for Zulu Alpha. Not 100% sure where Zulu Alpha is. Y Alpha. So we must go all the way down to Zulu Alpha. Oh no, hang on. Zulu Alpha that way. Cool. I just saw it there. See it? Zulu Alpha. I think we have to cross over runway 12 in order to get down there. To 22 right. No, we've got all the taxi lights and stuff, haven't we? Yes. That weather, that lightning. It's a great day to leave Denmark. The thing is, when you take off from weather like this, it's like when you get above the clouds and it's just so sunny and you think, wow, we're sat down here getting rained on and up there it's all nice and sunny. This is Alpha, so I take it we're just going to go straight on. Yeah, this is runway 3012. Double check there's nothing coming in. Do we go left here or do we go straight on? I'm really not sure. Quite possibly the wrong way. The water spraying up off the ground. I think I should have gone that way. I think they're the slots down here. I need to take a right. I just followed the sign incorrectly then. Pretty nice scenery. No, this is not default scenery. This is a Copenhagen pack. Right, I think he said holding point Alpha 4, didn't he? I think these are the holding points down here. Oh. Alpha 2, that must be Alpha 1. Alpha 2. I don't know why we have to hold at Alpha 4. Let's get some other stuff done while we're here. RTO. Let's get the flaps on 5. Ready for takeoff. Let's put the speed brake armed. That's that one. Okay, this is Alpha 4 here. Two right. We're in the right place. I can see an aircraft up there. Parking brakes on. Parking brakes are on. Okay. Let the ground crew. The strobe lights on. The landing lights. Engine onto continuous. Don't believe there's anything else that we need to do now. Let's call ATC. Press takeoff clearance VFR. Oh, that should be IFR. Takeoff clearance. Cool. We have clearance for takeoff. RML, nav and VNav ready. Right, we're just going to go for rolling takeoff into the lightning. Here we go. Really sure why we've got an alarm. Because we're not TCAS. Nope, it's not a TCAS thing. I'm sure it'll be fine. Seriously, everything's on green. Flaps are at 5, it's not the flaps. Approaching V1.
V1. V1, rotate.
Rotate.
V2.
In theory, it should shut up now. There it goes. There's the climb. Gear up. That is a view. Wow, look at that. That's some nice scenery. see my lights off. We are now in the climb. It's not so rainy up here. That's actually quite pleasant now. Still not sure what all that noise is for. It might have been these. I wonder if it was the brakes. Actually, I think it might have been the brakes. I have a dead zone set on the foot brakes, but sometimes it just nudges on slightly, and I think it was telling me I had maybe had a touch of brake on it, and it was complaining. Oh, that's such a good view. Wait, I think we can bring the flaps up now. Turn that off. Actually, I didn't check what the transition altitude is for Copenhagen, for Denmark. It's possibly 6,000. Saw yellow warning lights, it was just the flaps still coming up. Oh, look at that. Now that looks nice. Pretty soon we're going to hit the clouds though. Not much to look at that way. That is so strange. Look at the radar. There's just spots of rain everywhere. I thought it was going to be heaving it down and be straight into low-level cloud, but it's actually not that bad. We've got a pretty nice view of the climb here. Yeah, I should really run through our takeoff checklist at this point, but I think we'll disarm the speed brake now. Flaps are off. Lock the gear. We've just hit 6,000 transition. I'm going to assume it's 6,000. I'm not sure what it is in Denmark, so I may be wrong about that. Everything on the overhead looks good. We hit 10,000, we'll let the passengers take their seatbelts off. Yeah, we're just coming up into cloud level now. You can see we keep flying through little spots of rain there, like that. Just see it on the radar. Hopefully it will clear. One hopes that as we come down into Palma, it will be nice and sunny. Certainly every time I've been to Palma, pretty much beautiful weather. Lovely climate. This time of the year, pretty hot, I imagine. Late evening, probably going to be knocking on the door of 30 Celsius, I would have thought. Yeah, look at that texture. It's beautiful. We are climbing into the clouds now. We are approaching 10,000. I'm not going to take the seatbelt signs off, just because of the high level nasty cloud we're coming through, but I will switch down to standard pressure now. 10,000. Once we clear this, I'm going to take the seatbelt signs off. Let people go and buy their nuts and milkshakes and coffees and teas and all the other things that they like to snack on while they're flying. So that Beechcraft Baron over there, 8 nautical. Yeah, that's a lovely view, that is. I feel the need to do a flyby. I do like the skin of the TUIFly. It's very, it's simple and elegant, very striking. Right, seatbelt signs are off now. I think we're in a nice steady climb. Right, we're at 15,000. We are going to steadily climb up to our 35,000 altitude, which is in 83 miles, and 83 miles will reach top of climb. And then we've got a nice cruise down towards Palma. I don't imagine we'll see anything amazing on the way, but maybe as we go over Switzerland, if I see something fun and exciting, I'll cut it in. Otherwise we're going to cut straight from here now as we start descending down into Palma Nova.